My man came in with the
Stop, bro. No, this is my worst fear. Okay, I'm here with Young Gravy. What's up? I'm excited to have you here. Rapper, Billboard charting artist. I'm kind of nervous. You're pretty cool.
Me. I'm Young Gravy. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm honored that you think I'm cool. Thank you.
Of course, dude. No, you're very suave. I would love to know how you do it because you're good at that.
Thank you. I mean, you're carrying yourself pretty smoothly right now.
I appreciate. I had 2 White Claws before you got here.
2 White Claws.
Yeah,
all right, word
yeah,
up. Word up. I got a half down right here. So
you're half down. All right. Well,
yeah.
So one thing you said was that this is what you like to drink before shows.
Yes, it is.
So if you want to have any of this, I
would love that.
How do you drink it?
You take a poll with me?
Of course, I'll take a poll with you. I suck at polls, but I'll take a poll. Have you ever got like too drunk before a show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
plenty.
What does that look like?
In the early days, it was often.
Yeah,
often. Yeah. And my whole crew would get too drunk before the show. So my camera guy, my tour manager, my DJ, we would be getting too drunk before shows. And man, my first tour was a bit of a shit show, but I think that everyone that was there, like the fans, like they recognized that, and they witnessed an era.
Right. Well, the crazy thing to me is that, like, because did you start rapping at 20?
20, I think, 20. Yep.
And like your first hit was at like 21, right?
21, yeah.
So you didn't really get to like practice stage time or anything. You just kind of were thrust into like a theater with fans.
Yeah. But here, let's take our swig.
Let's take our swig. Oh yeah. All right.
Trust me, it's good. It is a campfire.
That's actually pretty good. Have you ever had Evan Williams? It's like the cheap jacket.
It's like the shitty version.
Dude, that was my college drink. My college drink, yeah.
My college drink was Sailor Jerry's. I actually have, I'm going to strip instantly, but I tattooed the Sailor Jerry's girl on my shoulder.
That's sick. Oh, that looks like those old school tats, too.
Yeah, but that's like the Sailor Jerry's girl. And that's kind of like my aesthetic, too. I use a lot of pinup girls.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I wanted to like honor my previous alcoholism, but I tattooed Sailor Jerry's on me.
That's cool. It's part of your identity.
It's part of my earlier days. Anyways, I've been too drunk on stage a number of times. I fell face first off the stage in Atlanta one time. There's a video of that on the internet. But I recovered. I got up. I mean, I fell like 7 feet, and my collarbone saved me from like fucking my neck up, which was cool. Survived that. I have been too lit at shows before, but it's been a long time since I've been super fucked up on stage. Actually, you know what? There's one other story.
Tell it.
Let's get straight to it. Dirt Nasty, Simon Rex. He's been an idol of mine for forever. He was in all the scary movies, actor. He's also a rapper. He made that song, My Dick, My Dick, kind of late 9 feet, all that. He was in 3 Loco with Riff Raff. A lot of, legend. I had a show in Santa Cruz, and I had him open for me. And when we first met each other, I'm like a big fan of him, and it turns out he's a big fan of me. So we were having this crazy like bro moment, like bonding super hard. And we're like, you know what, dude? Like, let's turn up before the show. Like, let's go up. And then it just so happened, Santa Cruz, like Southern California, everyone has fucking drugs on them. So he had some Wookiee friends with him, and we ended up doing shrooms, DMT, ketamine, bunch of pot, drinking. Blow. It was basically like all of the drugs you could name that like aren't crack. Right. And we just did everything before the show, which was, it was a quick decision that I, we didn't even think about it. So basically he went up and he did his set, and it was pretty shitty. He performed his songs, people understood his words, but
because of the drugs, it was shitty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I remember watching him walk back into the green room after I'm coming out of a DMT trip, walk back into the green room after his set, sweaty as shit, face plant onto the couch and just fall asleep. And I was like, all right, well, now it's my turn. And then the shroom started hitting, and I went out and I had to do his whole set in Santa Cruz. And like, there's just like this, I don't know, my tour manager always roasts me for it. There's this just iconic, like, I think I asked the crowd 10 times, like, are we inside or are we outside? Because I kept seeing the stars.
That's awesome.
I was like, the stars are so beautiful. Like, are you guys seeing this right now? This is awesome. And we were inside.
That's amazing, dude.
We were inside. So I have been too fucked up at shows, a handful of times.
There's some great stories about people doing like hard drug, like Woodstock. Who was it? Like Santana or something? I don't know if that's who it was, but they're like, the guy was playing guitar and he saw a snake. So you're in good company, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, it felt like it had to happen at some point, and I felt like that was that moment for me. And rather than it being just acid or something, it was like a 6-piece. It was just everything you can name that we were on. And I did my set. I spat the words. I did it. The production team told me, they were like, you know what? I think there was like a solid third of the crowd that didn't know you were on drugs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
The other 2/3 did, but I was like, man, I mean, like, I guess I held myself together a little bit, and they maybe thought I was kidding about the stars in the sky or whatever. But anyways, I haven't been super fucked up on stage in the last 3 years. I kind of
you realized.
I realized I was like, this is kind of important. I don't want to have that.
Do you get nervous before you go out ever? Or?
I get nervous. I get nervous before shows. I think everyone does.
Yeah.
I usually have a couple drinks. I mean, no matter what it is. I mean, I've done shows completely sober, and it's like a little bit uncomfortable, but you get used to that. But if in ideal circumstances, I will have like 2-3 drinks before a show. Yeah,
because I'm the kind of guy at like a bar. If I'm like trying to dance, I'm like, I hope nobody's looking at me right now. I feel like when you're on stage doing songs and having to, like, they're looking at you the whole time, so there's no moment of like do you get anxious like when you smoke weed or anything? Or
yeah, I do get anxious when I smoke weed. I go through phases of like where randomly, like, I'll go through like months of smoking weed every day, and then a month, like, randomly I'll be like start getting anxious from weed every time. I have anxiety, so I definitely it'll hit on stage. It'll hit in a lot of situations. I mean, with music, but I feel like honestly, weirdly, performing isn't like the primary cause of like anxiety. Like once you get out there, it's weird. I think a lot of artists could probably relate to this, where when you're preparing to go on stage and you're sitting back behind the stage and you hear everybody, you're nervous as fuck, and you're like, oh shit, like, this can be fucked up. I don't know, you're scared. And then you get out there and then like perform one song and you're completely comfortable. But like getting to that point, it's always scary. And
so what is the cause of anxiety? Like the internet? Because that gets to me. It's like the comments and like the...
No, I don't look at comments. I don't know. For me, anxiety is just in general. It's just like, sometimes you just can't describe it. It's like a weird like fear of something bad happening, falling off, maybe, something crazy happening to my family. I don't know. I just, anxiety that like isn't really, there's not really a reason for it.
Right.
I think that's what a lot of the anxiety that I get is. But before shows, I think every time I get a little bit anxious, but once you get out there, and this is weird. I don't know if it's true for all artists, but like, honestly, the bigger the crowd, the less anxious I am.
I mean, like, I'm somewhat new to I've been doing it for a few years, but I've noticed the same thing with comedy sometimes, where it's like when it's a small crowd, it's like, I mean, like, you're trying to get laughs, and it's like, it feels like the odds of getting laughs are less because there's less people, maybe. And then there was a cool Seinfeld quote, or he was quoting somebody else, but it was like, he described it as like swimming. He's like, it doesn't matter if you're in 6 feet of water or like 20,000 feet. It's all this, like, you could drown either way. So like, I don't know if the comfort is just like, I guess it's different with music, but like
for music, it's like beyond a certain point, it's like it's all the same shit. Like, you can only see so far. You can only recognize so many faces. Right. So it's like beyond a certain point, it's just like, it just blends into a full fucking crowd of just human.
Right. And they're all in their own heads they're trying to get laid with some girl in the crowd or something. They're not really totally thinking about you the whole time.
Totally. And people don't realize that, where it's like, bro, like, especially if you're doing your own show and they bought tickets there, it's like, dude, they idolize you, and it's like, no matter what you say, they're gonna think it's cool. But people get nervous like about everything. I mean, it's hard not to. Social anxiety is just such a, I don't know, it's so common these days, where it's like, man, I don't know, I've gone up on stage and said the dumbest thing ever, and just thought to myself, wow, why did I just say that? And then everyone cheers. It's like, well,
that's sick. Yeah, I hope I get to that level.
They like me. Yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah, it's a little different with music, I guess, than from comedy, where it's like, I guess they know all my lyrics and everything, so they kind of have something to go off of.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and like I'm sure there's a level of that to comedy, but like even the like Seinfeld or whatever, like he'll go and have a bad set, but like, do you have bad shows ever that you feel was like, that could have been better, or is it like kind of?
For me, if I had if I'm looking back on a set or a show that I thought I did bad at, I mean, usually it was back in the day when I was too fucked up, and I'd be like, damn, I fumbled the bag on that one. If the crowd's bad, it's like, you can't change that, you know? Sometimes the crowd is just like some cities they're just not lit. I honestly get the most motivated when my DJ will do a preset, and he'll come back and he'll tell me like, yo, the crowd's not lit today, like it's gonna be whack, and I'm like, it's motivating where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get these motherfuckers lit.
That's cool.
And then coming and getting them lit, that's the most, honestly, it motivates me the most is when he comes back and he's like, yo, today's not gonna be a good one, and I'm like, let's make it a good one. And then like I go out there with the most energy and get the people fucking hyped up. And a lot of my shit is improv. A lot of it is like, I mean, I have like a set list generally, you know. There's like I don't know, 10 to 12 songs that I do at every show that are in the same sort of order, but we fit in songs, and the banter between every song is sort of off the dome. And when I'm like motivated like that, man, I don't know, I just get into that like hype mentality, and I love that, you know.
Dude, that's cool. I wanted to like, so one of the things that I think is cool about you is you have really cool like beat selection, and then you have like such a cool way of, your flows are very catchy, like you know how to make like, I don't know, because I'll try and rap sometimes, like, and it's bad. It's not very good.
You should rap sometimes.
I do, yeah.
All
but I got this. Okay, I went to my old playlist and I found this beat that I thought should be sampled, and I wanted to show you because I think you could make this a song, and I want to see what you think. It's just a random song. That's an old song. It's called, what is it called?
Is it that dude with the creepy face right there? All right.
Happy Birthday, Sweet 16. And you love MILFs, so I was thinking you could make it like Happy Birthday, Sweet 60.
All right. I was gonna. All right. Let's hear it.
See, you caught on.
Oh, Neil Sedaka is a fucking legend.
You know this guy.
Oh yeah. It's weird because there's like, to sample something, there's like you got to have very specific sections of a song that you can sample, because if they're singing the whole time, you can't really sample that, because vocals will you know, sort of, you can't rap over someone else that's singing. It's really hard to do that. With the instrumental on that, it could work out. You could turn that into the hook. But Neil Sedaka, that's dope. That's a deep cut. He's got a song called Blue Boy. That's one of my favorites. You guys got, I don't know, somewhere in this episode, if you have like a little like intermission or something, play Blue Boy. Blue Boy by Neil Sedaka is one of my favorites.
That's it. Do you have songs that you've yet to sample that you would like to go on? And conversely, do you have songs that you were like, this is going to be sick as a sample, and then it wasn't? Yeah,
it took me a while to learn like what you need to sample something, because there was like all these like doo-wop songs that I really liked where I was like, oh, these would be sick to sample, and then I realized I was like, you know, there's literally singing the whole time, and you can't sample just vocals. You know, you can't just sample. I mean, there's ways you can do it. Like Mr. Clean, I sampled the Chordettes where it's like na 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 na. They're not saying words, so you can sample that.
Yeah, they're just like an instrument
because they're using their voice as an instrument. But like if people are saying words, it's really hard to sample something like that. So I've gotten a lot better at figuring out like what's sampleable and what isn't, and a lot of times we just create our own shit. I have good instrument players now, but I like that idea.
All right, that's cool.
I like that idea.
There was other songs that I was like, because you're good at like obviously with the like Never Gonna Give You Up. That's a good, like, it's almost like memeable. But then you just like what you do on it is very cool. And then I saw that like your buddy was singing it, which I had no idea when I listened back. So that was cool. But like,
it's pretty legit, right? It sounds like the original,
dude. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then because I was watching the pod that you did yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna ask him what Rick Astley thought. And you were like, he doesn't even know because it wasn't him. And I don't know. I just thought that was sick.
Yeah.
Like,
so what he's explaining right now is my friend and I recreated the whole Never Gonna Give You Up song ourselves for that sample to avoid some legal issues. And Rick Astley, he does approve of it with a thumbs up.
Yeah, he thumbed it up. He said it was good.
But when we recreated it, it was like we just had to get publishing approval, which he didn't write the song, so it was like it just removed some steps.
Right. Mm-hmm. I hope to see him on stage with you sometime
I
soon.
would absolutely love that.
That would be so cool. I've tried rapping before. Well, I want to know.
Are you gonna rap?
No.
Okay,
here's a story. I'm definitely not gonna rap, but
okay.
There was I used to like this girl
That's good.
that liked you, right?
Oh, okay.
And like, you know how guys like will write a poem for a girl. Like my thing was, I'm gonna try and make a song like you, and I made this
Like me.
not like well that
So a girl that you liked me, and you said I'm gonna make a song like him.
I'm gonna try and
That is sick,
dude. Right? Well, that's what I was saying. Yeah, right. Like you got like guys like will write poetry. They'll try and be like shit.
I'm gonna make a Young Gravy type song for her.
And so the thing was,
Bro, you have no game, but I love that, man. I love that.
I don't,
awesome.
bro. I don't. I think
You're a good-looking dude, bro.
My charm sometimes is that I'm anxious. I think maybe I don't know. I'm just. Anyways,
I would love to hear that.
No, well, we might at the end. I'm hoping we don't have enough time to show you it. But what happened? I sent her the song, and she was like, "I really like it. At this one part, you sound like him." And there was 200 listens on it, and I listened to it recently. I was like, "There is no way she liked this song." So I'm thinking maybe she was making fun of me, like to people, like showing people. Maybe she shared it around.
200 people that she showed it to that,
or they were, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, hey, I mean.
My question for you is, how do you not sound cringe? Because every time I did try rapping, like I'm like, this sounds not good. Like you have a good way of sounding suave, like you're just supposed to be on the beat, and it's like cool. Is that like an innate ability that you've acquired?
I don't know, man. I've always been a fan of hip hop, so I guess I had a lot of like inspiration and sort of I guess subconscious like artists that inspired my style of rapping and anything I'm doing.
Yeah, genuine appreciation. I mean, I do like hip hop, but like it's not like I also like I love the Beatles. I'm obsessed. Like I listen to hip hop not as much, and part of me also is like. It's almost like, and I think a lot of people do this where they're like, oh, it's like a meal ticket. It's like, oh, if I'm good at rap, I'll just be like a rapper. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just kind of go into it like, I think I could do this. And then they're like, no, wait, this is hard to be good at.
Well, when I started rapping, I mean, I knew that I would be good at it. It was basically like I was good at marketing and branding, and I was in college. I was doing all that shit for other companies.
You went to school for marketing.
I went to school for business, for marketing. I started a few brands or a few little companies that all took off. I was really good at branding anything. That's my bread and butter, is like making something. You got a product and making it sexy. That was my thing.
Right.
I literally turned a sleep apnea machine into sexy. I help these people sell a sleep apnea machine. Anyways, I didn't realize that I had the voice that was swag. I thought my voice was pussy. I was like, you know what? People are gonna hear my voice. You hear your own voice and you don't like it.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I sound way too white. People are not even gonna like enjoy what I'm saying. People are gonna think I'm like some weird kid from the suburbs. And then literally when I revealed my face, all the responses were like, wow, he's white. Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, when I first shot my video, that's part of what blew it up. So I never realized that my voice was like unique. But I think like the rap itself and like the flows and everything just came from like, I mean, I've been a hip hop fan for forever. I mean, ever since I got my own, laptop or whatever, LimeWire, YouTube, all that. I think I was inspired the most by like 3 6, 2 Chainz, a lot of those, I think my flows and everything that I spit kind of came from like Southern rap. Southern rap is really what inspired me, even though I'm from Minnesota. It's almost the opposite, but
I can see that would be with a culture that you would identify with, I guess, like in just the sense that like
it basically with SoundCloud, it was like you didn't have to like, it came to a point where it's like I didn't have to claim like an area. Like it's not like I was disappointed to be from the Midwest. I fucking love the Midwest, and I rep Minnesota till I die. But it was like I don't have to conform to my region's sound.
Right.
I mean, I guess the closest to me was Chicago drill. And it was like, that wasn't my sound. So I was making this like sort of Southern soul blend. I mean, it was completely original that like people hadn't heard before.
It's cool because you can then make the Midwest, like if you're talented enough, you can make anywhere cool. Like it's not really the place, it's just the person that is like it's
Someone
you.
who's cold like Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So, well, hopefully I'll make New Jersey cool. We'll see.
Jersey's tight, dude.
Yeah,
I have met so many people that are either from New Jersey that are cool, that like moved out of New Jersey,
Yeah.
or people that are rich that moved to New Jersey because they don't want to live in New York.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm from like where they filmed the Jersey Shore, kind of like 20 minutes from there, and you know, it's it's no big deal. I've met Snooki. It's but yeah, I mean, it's like Bruce is the staple of the area. Bruce Springsteen is like
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, my mom loves Bruce Springsteen.
So I used to live with Carl Anthony Towns. He's from New Jersey. Baller. Literally one of the best basketball players in the world. Great guy. It feels like New Jersey has kind of a humble mindset. It feels like you guys are like, I don't want to say the knockoff of New York, but it's like, you know, that you're kind of like, you know.
Right. We're like next to the cool spot.
Yeah. And you guys are like, I don't know, more down to earth than New York people. And then aside from that, I signed an artist from Trenton. My first signee. I have a label, Bread and Butter Records. I signed my boy Trippy the Kid. He's from Trenton, which is like rough New Jersey.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talent there, man. It's just like New Jersey's a really interesting place. It's pretty fucking small, like geographically. A lot of people though.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know Trenton, I know Hoboken, I know Atlantic City.
Atlantic City,
Jersey City.
There's Jersey City. Jersey City's like there. You could see it from this window.
Atlantic City's in New Jersey.
That's
right?
like the south. Like it's like probably an hour and a half.
But all
here.
those cities are in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
I don't know people from all of those places, and they're all so much different.
Yeah.
It's like a clusterfuck.
Yeah, absolutely. No, for sure. I mean, it's like Jersey, because like Jersey City and Hoboken, that's right next to New York, so it might as well be like Brooklyn, you know? Yeah. I mean, not like the people and the culture, but just like geographically. And then
Trenton is not.
No, that's like not
the vibe.
Yeah, no. I think it's just like it's not.
I'm getting him out of there.
Get him out of there. Get him out of there for sure.
We are currently getting
Brick's
him out of
not good either, is where I'm from. If you want to get me out of there, that's cool.
Let's go.
No, I'm just kidding.
Let's get 3 bedrooms. Bunk beds. Let's go. Once you start rapping, once you finally put the rap down, bro, we'll sign you
One
too.
day. I have a lot. I've sent to Boyd, who's Gary's guy, and he I was like, oh, like just check this one out. I think this is cool. And then he'll be like, I'll check it out soon. And then like weeks will go by, and I'm like, he probably listened and just didn't know how to say that this is bad. So
that's what we do.
Yeah, which is honestly, that's the nice way to do it.
That's what we do, is we just, you know.
You need to have self-awareness if you're going to do it. You know what I mean? At least I'm not, I don't know. Here I am shilling my rap to one of the biggest artists. I got to have self-awareness. So
I feel like I care about you enough now. If I care about someone, I feel like I will tell them straight up, this is bad. So I care about you enough now.
Thank you.
You know, we've had at least 30 minutes together.
Yes.
If you send it to me, I will tell you if it's bad.
All right.
Cool.
Are you on dating apps or do you just read your DMs?
I read my DMs.
You read your DMs?
I do read my DMs. I've never really used like Tinder or any of the other shit like that. I tried to get into Raya. I got denied twice.
You did?
Because they thought I was a Young Gravy impersonator.
Oh, well, that's a cool reason. I got denied, but it wasn't because they thought I was impersonating myself.
And I gave up on that. The DMs are pretty effective.
Yeah, I'm sure, dude.
Because I mean, like my brand is just, I'm horny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just a brand. And like, I guess I didn't expect it to like come to this level, but
it's a cool brand to have.
It's effective.
Do you have you ever been a girl's hall pass? Like,
yes,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Was it cool?
It was cool. Yeah, but here, honestly, if I knew beforehand, I wouldn't have done it.
Really?
I don't like that. You know, like, I don't know. Hall pass to me is weird. If I've had one super serious girlfriend that I thought about marrying, I would have never let a hall pass go on. I would never given her a hall pass or given myself a hall pass. But I did hook up with a woman, and then I found out afterwards it was really weird because her boyfriend came up and told me.
Oh, he was like, yo.
He's like, yo. No, literally, he was like, yo, dude, you were the hall pass, man. So happy to hear about it, man.
Oh my God, dude.
It's a weird world that we live in. Dude, literally a dude coming up to me. He was like, she didn't even really tell me at the time. Literally a guy coming up to me at a bar and he was like, yo, dude, you were my girl's hall pass, man. I heard it was sick, bro. Like,
no way,
love,
dude.
man.
That is terrible, bro. Oh my God. So me and Emily were doing like a little pod like corner in like we were doing like podcast stuff. Like it was a clips for TikTok. And the one thing we talked about was you feeding that girl licorice on stage.
Yes.
And I was like, that hurts me to see that. Like that guy that had to like kiss her. But it was cool. It was cool to be you.
It was cool. I mean,
that was cool. That must have been sick.
It was sad for me to watch it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But like think about it. I mean, like that's like you take that, you multiply it times 10 and you have someone coming up to you like, yo, bro, you fucked my girl. That shit was sick, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was one of the weirder things.
What'd you say? Were you like sorry or?
I was just, I don't even think I said anything. I was like,
whoa. Yeah.
I was like, what's your name, bro? Good to meet you.
Yeah.
I was like,
standard fan interaction. Yeah.
I was just like, I pretended like I missed the first part of the conversation. I was like, man, I'm so sorry
So
about
glad
that.
you like the music.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, dog.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. No, that whole thing. I mean, a lot of shows, I'll do that where at the end, I mean, we hand out roses. Basically, like if a crowd's lit enough to get an encore, where I want to do an encore, I'll come back out. I'll play another song. And then I'll put on a bathrobe and I'll go out and give out like roses. And if we have like strawberries or something, we'll feed them strawberries or whatever we have on deck in the green room.
You can't do that as a comedian, really.
You can't really. You can't really
You gotta just stay in the bit.
Stay in the bit.
At least I haven't seen that happen yet.
Well, it's a cute moment at the end, and we'll play like some Barry White or something, and I'll be like singing along. It gets really romantic.
Well, speaking of romance, did I cut you off? Sorry.
Oh, well, I'll finish. We were in Europe, and all they had was it was in Denmark. On my rider, I put, "Give me your local snack," and all they had was licorice sticks. So in that moment, it was like a licorice stick that I was like feeding to these ladies, and then that girl,
My answer was he should have been like, feed me next. That would have been the good.
That's probably what I would have done. It's probably
Right?
if I was in that horrible spot, I probably would have done the same thing.
I mean, but I had a second to think about it. In the moment, I would have been like, I would have just been
He said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna kiss her right now."
Yeah. That was, that didn't really work
I got
out.
left with like, all I know is that they're not together. She still hits me up a lot, and I know that he is probably doing his own thing over in Denmark. So
Hell yeah.
I think everyone's happy.
I'm hoping he's killing it over there.
I hope he is.
So, all right. So, I know you're a MILF fan.
Mm-hmm.
I know you like movies. Have you seen The Graduate? That's an epic MILF cinema.
Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, that's great, dude. That's probably why I feel like that's what
I actually had an intro to my album. It'll probably just end up being on the next project, but I did sort of like an intro to my album where it was sort of a play on the scene from The Graduate.
the leg scene.
The scene, yeah, the whole scene where it's like, oh, you're trying to seduce me, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I don't know. I would say that's an inspiration for like my style, my aesthetic, and everything. And yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be on the next album. Like this album didn't have space for an interlude, but I think the next one,
Cool.
we'll have a little Graduate type
That's
interlude,
it.
bro. Yeah,
You have
yeah.
good taste. Do you have I wanted to just moving. Do you have a favorite comedian?
So I very recently went to. I'm a little bit biased because one of my best friends is Trevor Wallace.
He's great.
He has amazing.
His gender reveal one that just came out recently is very, very
He has
good.
really good sketches, but his stand up is hilarious. And recently I went to go see his show live, and it was wild because he basically had it was at the Hollywood Improv, and the openers were Anthony Jeselnik and Chris D'Elia
Damn.
for Trevor Wallace, which is like, this is my boy, and it's like two of the most iconic, legendary comedians opening for him. And dude, like we watched all the people before that, and it was funny. But dude, all three of them, I was crying, and like I don't lie. I mean, like I'm not usually a big stand up guy, but like that shit was so fun. I think Chris D'Elia's stand-up set is the funniest thing I've seen.
And he was all off the dome, right?
Yeah, all off the dome. It was the funniest thing I've seen. And Trevor Wallace, honestly, Trevor Wallace, Cody Ko, Noel Miller, I've seen all them live, and I was so fucking impressed with the improv that they can pull off. And it was like the funniest shit I've seen. But I would say like Chris D'Elia, I'd rate all them like a 9.5. Chris D'Elia, 10.
Really?
It was the funniest thing I've seen in my fucking life.
Isn't it cool? I feel like it's somewhat similar to rap in that like they're just like that would be the freestyle of rap.
I was so impressed, bro. And it was like people were like chirping in from the crowd, and he would come back in like the slickest way, bro. It was, dude. I'm fucking laughing right now, dude. It was amazing,
dude.
If anyone can ever go see Chris D'Elia live, bro, it was fucking hilarious.
Do you? This is kind of like I'm thinking of it because of because I brought up freestyle. Have you ever done like a diss track, or had one made about you?
People have made diss tracks about me.
Usually, I feel like it would be smaller guys that are like, come on, fucking say something about me.
Yeah, they're pretty trash. I don't think I've really ever like dissed anybody, man. I'm trying to think. Like,
I feel like that's a different kind of like
genre
almost.
Yeah, I don't really care that much about anybody, man. I don't think anyone deserves that time of day, man. I apparently it's funny. So Addison Rae's mom, right, Sheri, who, you know, her and I are involved.
You just know I know that.
Her ex-husband, Monty, is continually talking shit about me on the internet. And I got a message from a pop-in producer who he DM'd and was like, yo, I need a beat.
He was going to diss track?
I need to make a diss track.
Damn, dude.
And I am so excited to hear that.
Dude, because I already feel bad for him in the sense, I don't know.
He is so embarrassing, bro. Let's just be straight. It is embarrassing. And
because he's the licorice guy. But if the licorice guy was like, I'm going to speak out about this, you know what I mean?
It'll be, I don't know. You know what? Monty, I bet it'll be a sick freestyle. I bet it'll be sick, dude. We can't wait to hear the diss track. You know,
I heard a pod with you recently where you were like, it was good sport, but then he started making videos, I guess, and you're like, okay, now he's kind of being annoying. Like, it's on BFFs.
Basically, all that I care about is just the fact that he's like embarrassing his family, and that's like, man, his daughter brought him the success, and now he's just like shitting all over that, man. Like you're embarrassing your daughter who worked really hard for what she has. And I mean, I guess I'm much more in touch with Sheri, with the wife. And it hurts her, and it's like, man, like, just chill out. But if you want to make a diss track, I would love to hear it.
Yeah, please do.
I would really love to hear it.
Amazing.
So at this point, I think I'm done responding to him in any way. I already made it clear to him that I'm above that. But a diss track would be so awesome. Monty, let's hear it.
Please. And if it doesn't, you know, I'm also open to a boxing match. I could use the money. So if it, you know, I'll
No, I'm sorry, but it's already been accounted for. So if he really insists on his boxing match and money goes up, I have a good friend named Sean O'Malley.
Of course.
You know Sean O'Malley?
Mm-hmm.
Sugar Sean. He's going to go in there.
On your behalf.
Gravy style, on my behalf.
I think he could pull, you have a similar look.
We have a similar swag.
If he does, like, because you were saying in the beginning, a person had you on stage and they didn't even recognize you. Mm-hmm. You could probably pull something off like that with him.
Sean and I have kind of the same like personality and swag. So I don't really have time to go fight a fucking 50-year-old dude, but I know that Sean would love to. So he's going to dye his hair blonde and he'll pull up, you know, Gravy style and make it happen, man, if it has to happen.
Amazing. Well, Gravy, I know you got to go. You got a dinner to be at, but I first of all, thank you for doing this. It's very cool.
Thank you.
I'm glad we didn't have enough time to show him the song. And
do we not though?
Oh yeah, I think we do. We got a minute.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You got headphones?
Yeah. There's. Fuck. Yeah. We should. Okay. I'll show you the one I actually sent her because it's bad.
Just play it and we can cut that part out.
Well, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you it with headphones. Fucking shit, dude! I listened to it today and I was like, God damn it. Okay, here you go.
No, it's gonna be. All right.
Please wear headphones. Please don't let them hear this.
All right.
You have to listen to like about a minute to get all the sections that are in there.
All right.
Please don't. Nobody look at his face while he listens.
No, fill my face. That's all.
All right, but you're allowed. Listen. Here's the thing. Don't, like, I know you said that you're willing to. You care about me now, so you'll tell me the truth. You're allowed to tell me the truth with this one. Because I know that it's bad.
The album art. All right.
God damn it. No, stop looking at his face, everybody.
All right.
Did you play it? Is it playing? Fucking goddamn.
I want to make sure it's not too loud.
I shouldn't have said that. Oh God, dude. Let me drink my White Claw. Stop looking at him. Stop looking at him. God damn it. Hey, you know what though? The girl I liked it, and that's what matters. Though we never dated. So the lyrics are really bad. He's stopping it. He's stopping it 20 seconds in. It's not, roast me.
I'm not stopping.
I think he's raising the ball.
Yeah, so he could really hear the. So
My
he
man came in with the.
Stop, bro. No, this is my worst fear. Why did I do? But you know what? It's cool to me that the only people that will hear this is the girl it was made for and the person that inspired it.
Hey,
And those.
just overall, it's not horrible.
You could be truthful here.
Oh man,
Stop.
it's not even a hook. It's just a whole ass.
Dude, listen,
open
I got
section.
no musical. I made this with no musical knowledge at the time.
Just be honest. Just be honest.
No, I'll be honest, I'll be
You
honest.
weren't 16. You were.
No, I was not. I was not. I was. It was like a year after, or it was like as I was graduating college. So like 22, 23.
All right.
Are you still listening to it?
I'm in second verse now.
Oh no! If you got to the second verse, it's enough. I'm pretty sure. She listened to this 200 times, mind you.
I'm not listening. This is important.
You know it's worth it because I'm gonna damn it. It's cool because it was made for her, and it was in his honor. Imagine you could show Shakespeare a poem you wrote for a girl based on.
Bro, honestly, the fact that you are humming on it, like at first it was a little sus, but then when it came back in, you added an instrument, bro. You that's a musician in you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I made everything. Although there was little splice loops in there, so I'm sure there. I made it at like a gym I worked at and. I went from it's so bad like I did all this stuff and I mixed and mastered it myself. No, but yeah,
I love looking at you, trying to make you make eye contact with me.
Oh my god,
You don't like this song, dude.
No, well, I thought of this last time. I was like, this will be funny. This will be good content. And when it comes time, a lot of times you think of something that'll be funny, and then when it comes time to do it, you're like, what do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Continue.
When you think of an idea and then you have to make it,
Yeah.
it hurts a little bit.
It could be a lot worse. It's not as bad as I expected.
That's fine. That's cool.
Honestly.
Really?
Honestly.
All
It's not
right,
as bad as I
that's cool.
expected. And when you came in with the
And there was heart in it. There was a girl. There was a muse.
heart, yeah, there was heart.
Heart.
When you were humming, I could hear it. There were tears dripping.
Dude, I was sad when I made that.
There were tears dripping past.
I was sad when I made that. But all right, dude. First of all, thank you. That's awesome. Before plug. I mean,
Plug. My name is Young Gravy. Listen to me.
album out in September.
Album out September, maybe early October. If you look up Young Gravy, you probably find me. There's no O in Young, but I mean, you probably find me anyways. MILFs, come fuck with the kid. Where am I looking? I don't know. I keep looking at you. All right, there you go.
Sick.
There you go. Let me redo that. All that. Ladies, it's Gravy. Thank you for tuning in. Young Gravy on socials. YUNGGRAVY. Catch me anywhere. And we really appreciate y'all for listening to this one.
I second that. Sorry.
It's been a beautiful podcast. This kid got bars. I have slightly more. But we care about you.
That's a generous description, but thank you. Cool.
We love you.